we finally get that supernatural reunion. Sister Sage is on some crazy stuff, and Firecracker, it's an end of an era for our girl. We're discussing all this and more on a brand new episode of Unbinged, starting now. Welcome to Unbinged, the podcast talking about all the shows and movies that you love to binge. It's me, Jagger May, and that's Matthew Kopfhamer, and we just watched episode 5 of The Boys, titled One Shots. And before we go, Kopf, let's get the spoiler warning because there's a lot.
This is your one and only spoiler warning for The Boys. This is a TV show as well as a comic, so there's a lot of information out there on the internet. You can do your own research.
Do your own research, guys, not like whatever medical advice or anything like that. We're telling you that you can go read up on the comics. You can go and rewatch everything and join us because holy shit, there's a lot. Let's like imagine right now you're jumping in on The Boys and you see someone die from an eel up the ass. Like the Boys starts crazy and sets the tone. But imagine you like walk in, you're like, what the fuck is happening in this dude? But let's just start with the main thing here. We open up with Firecracker and we end with Firecracker. Homelander. I thought that this was going to be seeds of insurrection that would be led by Sister Sage. And that is in fact true. But I actually thought that Firecracker, this was going to be like a fight for her soul to where she might flip on him. But like, what did we expect from a girl who's like basically Jubilee? Like racist Jubilee? Just sparkles and that's it. And he finally kills her, shoves her head. That was... I think it's the beginning of the end if he's willing to kill Homelander, right? Or if Homelander's willing to kill Firecracker.
Yeah, because up until this point, she was his most, strongest believer. Like, but this is indicative of like a fascist regime, right? Like they eat their own from within. Like it's the way the system is set up. It's very much like you see it, especially with like the Deep and Black Noir going back and forth, trying to fuck each other over, trying to get one up on each other to look good for the head leader. So this type of system is purposely designed to be dog eat dog, not doggy dog eat dog, and it tears itself from within. So it's not surprising it happened. I'm surprised it happened. You know, we're only about halfway through the season. I thought this would be a death that happened near the end, like a penultimate episode death. So, little surprised it happened this quickly. Not surprised that it happened.
This whole episode was just showing the little fires everywhere. Shout out to that book that I've never read, but I did watch the show. For Homelander, to where you got Sage's shit in the background that's brewing. But even with that, you have, again, these two beefs and then Firecracker, who literally they raided the church that raised her, essentially, for no fucking reason. It's full-blown Gestapo, to where it's not just if you've shared a meme about Homelander. It's not just that if you're a secret starlighter, if you don't believe that he is God, he is coming to your house and getting your ass. And I mean that literally, because he'll send the Deep with a fucking eel through a toilet. So...
yeah, it's either the Deep with an eel up the ass or this praying mantis guy that can shoot acid out of his ass, which I didn't know that was a thing praying mantises could do. So, you know, great naming convention there.
And Soldier Boy, it's such a love-hate with him. He's such a fuck-ass, man, because to turn on her like that, just because like she tried to pillow talk with him, it's like, you didn't really nut? Is everything okay? Like, and he's like, this is over. And then to snitch to your son, it's such a weird dynamic between him and Homelander, because like your son that you didn't know that you had from like stolen jizz is now you're also your boss and you're terrified of him. It's fucking bizarre. You know, it doesn't make any sense. And that's why I wonder if it's just going to be the world against Soldier Boy and Homelander at the end of the day. Because where does his allegiances lie? It seems like the family thing does matter for him.
It's interesting. I was trying to figure it out, and it's almost... he's still conflicted about Homelander. He's like, yeah, he's an asexual weirdo, but he's my asexual weirdo. And so it almost feels like he'll determine when he wants to take out Homelander when he wants, but up until then, like, nobody else can fuck with him. Like, it's a weird relationship that they have, and I still think Soldier Boy doesn't like Homelander. It just he can't stomach the thought of anybody else taking him out other than himself. Like, he's like, I gotta be the one to do it, but I gotta be ready for it. Like, I'm not gonna let somebody else dictate the timing. And that's really where, like, his fragile ego comes into play, because now this is what, the second or third time that he's had Homelander literally on the ropes, and he's decided not to take him out. And a lot of times it feels like it's because somebody else is like, hey, trying to push him towards it, and he's very stubborn. He's like, nah, fuck you. I'll do it when I want to do it, not because you told me to.
Yeah, let's actually we'll unpack that in a minute. Before we go, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to join our premium bingers, I know there's not a whole lot of crossover between The Boys and Euphoria, but if you're one of those, we just had episode 3 of Euphoria that dropped, and the rest of those are going to be for our premium bingers only up until the finale. And then on tomorrow, we have Your Friends and Neighbors. You guys need to get in on this show. The few people that are watching with us, you guys are dug in. Really want to grow that community of us that love John Hamm and James Marsden. Please join our fan club, and we're going to have more movies and stuff for you coming down the pipeline. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe to join the premium bingers ASAP. So going back towards Soldier Boy here, he's getting more and more complicated, and we're getting more and more depth, because last episode we see how he felt. Like, was it Quinn that was on the wall? Like, we see that emotion there. After that death, do you think that we get depth in this character because he now wants to hang on to any sense of family that he has? And that's with Homelander, right? You know, like, regardless of what happens in this world, he's going to live on forever. It's just kind of like Mark and Nolan. He goes, at least I have you. You know, like, after everything that happens, he's going to have the people who has V1 and Homelander when he gets V1 eventually, hopefully.
And let's be honest, Soldier Boy very much is a tough exterior. Like, he talks tough. He makes a big show of how strong he is. But at the end of the day, he's just a
softest, wettest boy.
Yep. Everything he tells Homelander and, like, insults Homelander about is all his own insecurities that he's reflecting onto Homelander. So for him, I think you're absolutely right that he has, at the end of the day, this almost need for a tether to another person. And if it's with Homelander, it's with Homelander, and he doesn't want to see that broken. Because he very much is not just, you know, a tough exterior, like, facade, but he's also a man at a time. Everyone he's ever known is dead. Everyone except for, like he mentioned, Stan Edgar used to be his, you know, fetch his cocaine for him. So, like, he's very much lost everything he's ever built and has no connection to this modern world except for his weird ass, you know, lab created son. So for him, it's got to be, you know, grasping at straws, because everything you've ever known has been fucking thrown out a window because you were stuck in Russia for 40 years getting tested on like a lab rat.
Yeah. That's what I think when the bomb site reunion, it'll be a lot like Quinn, like a lot of fuck yous, but I don't think that he would actually want to harm someone, because it's like a brother by trauma, you know, trauma bonded brother. And especially someone, again, they're basically like Viltrumites. They're going to live forever unless something intervenes and kills them. And we see all this interaction go down because they all meet at LA. Like, to go back a little bit to the firecracker thing, we get this one meeting with the Seven, or whatever is made up of VOD International, and they try to interrogate Stan Edgar, he's going to die cold-blooded with a grin on his face. Like, if the real Black Noir was still alive, he'd be eating almonds up until the fucking grave, you know? And I got to respect him for that. And then they end up in LA at Marathon's house, who's like the prison guy who can get everything. Like, we just covered Beef. You guys can watch that as well. Like, he turns into what Oscar Isaac ends up in Beef, but like for soups. He's like, hey man, I can get you anything. Do you want drugs? Do you want some Lost Vought merch? He's like, hey, here's my favorite part is like they throw shade at Sony. It's like, you make things for Sony now.
Pictures? It's
homies
studio.
over there homies making fucking Morbius shit, basically.
We can't mention Vought or Vought characters, but I'm making real cinema here. Oh my god, that was such a great thing.
Hilarious, man. And then we get all the celebrity cameos there. Seth Rogen, Kumail Nanjiani, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. Shout out for him getting any role. And then Misha Collins and Jared Padalecki.
Fuck Michael Cera though.
Yeah, I really need this role, man. They're like throwing each other under the bus. And I love that, like, Seth Rogen, none of the show would happen without him. The way that Homelander is just like, I need you to get the fuck away from me right now. It's just hilarious.
Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah.
Such a great way to do it. And then Craig, I was really shocked that Craig Robinson popped up and then immediately, got popped. But fun seeing all the different celebrities pop up and then them discussing other celebrities that have been taken in or eliminated by this regime. And it just goes to show, like, when you have this fascist regime take over everything, every corner of the zeitgeist, even, that nobody is safe. Even if you're this high-ranking celebrity, like, you can still get taken in if you're not with the program. So funny as hell scene, but also a reminder, like, doesn't matter how much money or how much power you think you have. If you come out against the wrong person, you can very much get disappeared.
Yeah. Disappear is one way to do it. Fucking Soldier Boy using human shields. He's like, I got you. Just wait.
After the second or third time, you think well, again, he was also like super high on cocaine, so maybe that had something to do with it. But you'd think he would stop running through people like the second time it happened. He'd be like, wonder if he's gonna do it again. Yep, he's gonna do it again.
And I would just keep going if you're gonna do, like, sorry, Will Forte. He's like, fuck you, MacGruber. Like you could be running through and just like, don't stop running, man. Great scene there. Misha Collins, we get go ahead.
Sorry, the baby oil thing. That's a Diddy reference, right?
Yeah, that's a Diddy reference, 100%. Okay. Yeah, like basically, I wouldn't be surprised to like get by. He's got a little Diddy house in there where.
Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, season 2 when Lamplighter came, he mentioned something about him and Marathon doing stuff together, like partying together. So I wonder if this is like a long-term, like, joke setup that they did from like season 2, and this is a recall for that. Either way, yeah, what a weirdo.
The picture that was in like the little mini Vought museum was that Stormfront, or was that the other? Like
that was her as Clara Vought. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a wedding day photo. Which, interesting to see Soulja Boy not only pick it up, but look at it kind of tenderly, to where maybe they had more than just a fucking relationship, more of like a romantic relationship. And that's why he's so weird, where he's like, when Homelander's like, yeah, I used to bang her. He's like,
I'm 100% buying the theory that Storefront's his mom. Like, it just makes way too much sense, man.
It makes way too nicely.
Much. Yeah, and how else are you going to get like a super baby to be born is if you get 2 super people and then you make, because it's like Soulja Boy was like the apex predator. How do you improve on that? You can get another girl pregnant, hope that whatever happens, you're going to make a better one, but you just want another soup. I'm going to put a quarter in the anime jar. If you watch My Hero Academia, that's like a whole fucking plot line, because there's a bunch of soups in that show. It's like, hey, I have fire powers, you have ice powers. Let's make a baby with fire and ice powers. That's what Vought would do. I know nothing about fucking genetics.
Speaking of, so one of the things last episode that Soulja Boy mentions is he can't fly. Like, he reinforced it last week. He's like, no, we're going to walk because I'm not going to let you carry me in through the air. So how did Homelander get flying abilities if not from the mother side, right? Like, he got durability,
and laser,
he got the laser thing from Soulja Boy, but he got flying probably from his mom. Who do we know that can fly? Stormfront/Liberty.
Does Soulja Boy have laser eyes? I think he's just literally just Captain
He's got
America.
the laser chest thing. He's got the laser chest. So,
but that was put into him from later. Like, was it like that's like a later thing from like being...
Or is that just a secondary power that was always innate and it got unlocked? And so he always had like an energy-based projection, just didn't know how to use it until it got unlocked by Russia.
It's kind of like from like the Deadpool movie, how they stress test him to unlock further powers, kind of. And then, I mean,
That's what
that's
I'm
because they really
thinking.
don't explain it. And he doesn't even like use it anymore. And then granted, you don't want to be blasting nukes willy nilly. So I am at like kind of happy that they have locked that shit back a little bit here. Um, basically at this point with the V1, we know that Bombsud has it. We know we're going to get that reunion. And I feel like it's going to be a very, very good segue into what we're going to get later with the Vought Rising show. Still no Gen V, people. I don't care that much, man. I'm not like bothered. I didn't come away was like, I wonder what Marie Moreau was doing. And I'm not saying I didn't like that show, but that show had its job. It was a vehicle for some other things, and it kind of wrapped up in 2 seasons. I felt like, I
Yeah.
think it was more than acceptable, and I know people really liked it, but I just don't know why some people just get hooked on mediocrity and they feel like it's like society's fault when it gets shut down. Again, I liked the show, but it was like a 6, it wasn't like the greatest shit ever. 6s are fine. With that being
It
said,
also it also felt weird that like what was its point? Like you said, it was a vehicle for the boys and introducing the virus for this final season. So while a fun show, it ran its course. And so what would season 3 even look like if it were to happen, right? Would it be aftermath of the boys season 5? Like, I don't know. It felt like it ran its course and it felt like a natural stopping point for it. So to me, it doesn't, I'm not super upset. Like, would I have watched season 3 if it came out? Sure. But I don't see what the story would have been.
yeah, people are complaining about shit that they don't like. They don't know what they're asking for, because then when season 3 of Gen V comes out, they're like, "Oh, this is mid as fuck, and this is Jump the Shark." That's what would have happened if they would have made a season 3. So, to bring it back to the actual good show, Sister Sage, man, what the fuck plot twist? We all thought she was scheming, but what is it? What in the Twilight Zone where I just want to be alone with my books? Fucking insane. Just kill her, man. Like 100% kill
Do
her.
I condone what she's doing? No. Do I understand it? Absolutely. Being somebody that works in the service industry, I get it. Like there's been days where I'm like, yes, I want the world to end and I can just be alone with my books and my thoughts. But yeah, what a twist where everyone we've been trying to figure out like what's her end game, right? Does she want to be on top? Is she gonna fuck over Homelander? Like what does she want to do? And I never considered like the true nuclear option where she wants the world to end so she can just be left alone. And it goes back to her speech about when she was a kid, her grandma developed cancer and like nobody listened to her. And it's very much that rage that she's carried since she was a child where nobody listened to her. And I think that's poignant for someone, not only a person of color, in a minority, but a woman. And the fact that this character has time and time and time and time again pointed out, like, I am the literal smartest person in any room. Doesn't matter where in the world we're at. Any room, I'm the smartest person. And I still get looked down upon. I still don't get listened to. And so for that amount of unbridled rage, because you've never been listened to or fully believed, I can absolutely see how this is her end goal. Like, a world domination isn't enough. World elimination is the only thing that's going to satisfy her. And that brilliantly written and also terrifying that she is playing puppet master with forces beyond our imagination to get what she wants.
Yeah, and then there's Ashley. I feel like Ashley is the sole person with the most power to make the most immediate change, and is just like this complete wild card. Like her thing is like telepathy, and is really good at PR, and she's stuck between a murderous rock and I won't call it a hard place. It's like the spikes that are closing in. Like that's where she's stuck in between Sister Sage and Homelander, because it's like, oh, cool. Maybe I could find, no pun intended, some sisterhood with Sister Sage here, so we could talk about how crazy our fucking boss is, and maybe come up with a plan. Plot twist: she brought you here to get you drunk, manipulate you about your mom, to weaponize you to enact her own fucking plan. And it's like, well, okay. How do we do that? How do you even kill Sage? Like, because if you shoot her in the head, it just grows back eventually. She just gets like kind of fucking stupid for an hour, So-
Well, I'm sure good old decapitation would work. Like you sever the brainstem, and probably that would do some permanent damage.
And if Sister Sage ends the world, who's gonna make crunch wraps? Is she gonna like buy a Taco Bell? It's like, all right, I'll keep you guys alive if you continue to make me crunch wraps.
She's pulling a paradise. She has her own little city. And just, instead of the cafe, it's just a Taco Bell.
See Sinatra, Sister Sinatra. Oh man. And that makes you wonder, like, she knew what she was doing and not just from what we know about getting Oh Father and like the church behind shit, but she literally paired Ashley with a fucking shark, because he doesn't give a shit. He's over there. It's like, well, we got Homelander, his very own breast milk that people have donated. Like the breast milk thing is like, that's when you know that it's gotten fucking weird, when he's just like openly drinking titty milk. It's like, yeah, I'm completely sober unless it's Cambodian breast milk or something like that. Like it just this
And the
motherfucker's
occasional
insane.
Manhattan,
Yeah. Oh Father would totally take a swig with him. Which goes to our other one shot that we have here of Black Noir. We already talked about it. We get our boy Adam. He had to. I'm actually happy they brought him back just to end him a certain way, because he fucking sucks and is a weasel. At the same time, dies the most weaselly way. But Black Noir's moonlighting as a stage actor. And we finally get him to be an actor, and he gets to have this thing, and then the Deep couldn't even let him have that. When is the Deep going to get his? Because I feel like the Deep is someone who I really loved, and I still love him as a character. But if anyone needs to get his as much as Homelander, it's like Homelander, dare I say the Deep, and then Sister Sage that's got to go. Sister Sage is like far more consequential. But as people I just fucking hate, I officially hate the Deep.
Oh, yes. For anyone that's ever been like, oh, the Deep needs a redemption arc. No, that is not the point of his character. His character is an unrepentant idiot asshole. Like, he is meant to represent the worst of us. He's somebody that follows, somebody that exudes strength because he himself is weak on the inside. And he is too dumb or too unwilling to change and be better, so he should never get a redemption arc. And I want to see him die in the most ridiculous way possible. I'm hoping it has to do with an octopus or a shark or some sort of sea creature taking him out. As far as the Deep, man, or as far as Black Noir, it's sad because this is a guy that just wants recognition, and he is literally forced into a character that gets no recognition, is not allowed to speak, not allowed to have any personality other than you're a silent ninja. And so he goes outside of Vought looking for that validation. He finds this little theater production where he finally gets somebody that believes in him. Whether or not it's bullshit and just, smoke being blown up his ass by Adam, who knows? But finally getting that validation, finally getting that belief from a boss or an authority figure, and then just having it ripped away because of jealousy, man, he's gonna snap on the Deep sooner rather than later. I mean, it's got to. He's already undercutting him on the podcast, so it's gonna come to blows soon. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to see them kill each other, because that would be a fitting ending for them.
Mm-hmm. Because Black Noir, I think, could be converted. Like, he could be the next A-Train, is what I meant. Like there's a good person in there. He's just, you hate to say follow in order.
Tell him, yeah, he just needs somebody to tell him attaboy, and he'll follow. Like, that's all he wants is recognition. You give him that, and he's happy.
Yeah, that's actually what I want. I want Black Noir to finally kill the Deep, but I do want it fish related. Motherfuckers eating sushi just to, like, look hard, Like, it just, like, granted, fucking love sushi. I don't blame him there, but like at the same
But
time,
you don't have telepathic abilities to talk to fish either, so you know.
Exactly. Like fish are food, not friends for me.
This motherfucker went clam diving, literally.
Ugh, man, that's nuts, man. Like, cause I wonder if they're setting that up to where, you know, he's a champion of the ocean, and then if he's gonna turn his back on the ocean, they're gonna be like, "Fuck you, dude." Because he's even like he's treating the fish like Homelander treats him. We even see that in bits and pieces here. So I hope that's how he gets his. Last one shot, we get a tear. Easily the weakest part here. You legitimately could have cut this out and done it a different way or like sprinkle this in. But the big thing here is has lost it. Motherfucker's eating off the floor. Like he is just not even the same person. This dude would carry around, you know, baby wipes and shit like that to sanitize, and he's using the 3-second rule. I'm actually happy for him that he's gotten away from the OCD, but it's gotten like too far to where like he's Dr. Robbie from the pit now. Like he's at that point where he's like riding motorcycles to work with no helmet on type shit. If you're one of the people who watch the pit and the boys, you fucking get it. Tap in. Is in his Dr. Robbie era.
Yeah, it's sad to see somebody who has that much conviction literally go, I've already accepted I'm dead. I'm a walking dead man. And so if you want me to be able to do the horrible, horrible things that you need me to do, you got to accept that, like, I have given up on life. And so he is just waiting for the end. He's not fighting for a future anymore. He is literally just running the clock out. And it's sad to see from a character who has always been like a moral high point and a moral compass for this group. It's usually been him and Huey. And so for him to be off the deep end, and now Huey is our only source of like hope, and there's we're fighting for a better tomorrow. It's pretty dark. So I don't know. Are we gonna see sacrifice himself for the rest of the group to try to give them more time, or is this gonna be a situation where he does something reckless in the name of the mission and it fucks everything over?
And both of those things can be true at the same time. Like he thinks, I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory, and then it's just like, buddy, like it's just chill out, for a second.
You know what? It could be like the moment from Skull Island where it's like the guy has the grenades and he's like, he's walking towards the monster and the monster just tail whips him across the fucking river and then he explodes with no consequence. So we could have that moment where does something like a selfless sacrifice and then Homelander just like flicks him away.
Yeah, like one little laser, or it'd be sad as fuck if Soldier Boy got him, like shield bash or something like that. That would be pretty objectively terrible. And I don't mean like as a story, just sad. If anything, that's like kind of ironic writing. And then last part on this terror thing, I need this Kimiko shit in Frenchie. I don't care that much, man. You broke up. We get it. Kimiko likes shitty steak, and Frenchie doesn't. And
what did she say? She likes it fucking
burnt.
Burnt in ketchup? Was she Trump?
Yeah. That's gross. I'm not gonna lie, Frenchie. I would have dumped her for that. Sorry, it's like you're right. I got the ick, man. This is over. I'm sorry,
dumped her for less.
Yeah, for real, dude. Like I'm not like a monster, but like,
hey, if you don't like your steak medium rare, like what? Why are you eating steak? You're ruining it.
And I'm slightly joking, but picky eaters is 100% a thing. I'm not doing a picky eater, dog. I'm not dating a chicken nugget girl. Like if you're ordering chicken tenders at a restaurant that isn't like a chicken tender type date, I'm not hating on tenders. I love them, but like if we're going on a real date and you're like, oh yeah, I can't eat this, or like, are there onions in it? I'm like, okay, all right, let's go get you some milk and get you to bed. So, Homelander.
Allergies, weakness. Get out of here.
Do you think Homelander, he's got to be a chicken nugget kid, like realistically?
Oh,
right?
He's an iPad chicken nugget kid. Yeah, of course. Like that man wasn't raised with any parents. He was raised in a lab, and they probably were like, here, distraction. Shut up. Don't talk.
Yeah. Homie loves the McDouble. I mean, he was hating on A-Train for eating Vought burgers and shit like that. But like, he's got a weird thing, right? We
Besides
know
the breast
thing,
milk?
besides the breast milk and stuff like that. But I meant like normal weird thing, like
What if he's like Charlie and he's like, milk steak, breast milk only. You got to cook all my foods in breast milk?
he's like,
You're
I want
fighting
breast
milk
milk
steak.
boiled over medium, but breast milk stay boiled over medium.
Side of jelly
man.
beans.
Yeah, side of jelly beans. And then he's gonna look at a picture of Madison Stilwell while he eats it. Like that's where he's at.
Oh boy.
How much weirder could Homelander get if he, like, right now he's national, right? If that nigga goes global, like how much weirder could you get?
That's an interesting question. And this show, I'm sure, wouldn't mind mining those depths, because what would be weirder, right? Like, is he gonna pull off like a sacrifice on live television and be like, have to rebirth himself by bathing in a non-believer? Are we gonna see something crazy like that? I don't know.
Fucking marathon bathed in some non-believers. I'll tell you that much. Rest in peace, Seth Rogen. I'll always remember you from was that pickle movie? I watched that movie. It was terrible.
Oh, American Pickle.
COVID.
They mentioned it in the episode.
Yeah. That was one of them COVID movies that came out. It was like, we'll release it straight to HBO. And I'm like, oh, cool. This looks interesting. Sarah Snook's in it. Fucking awful film. There must be a Zombieland with Bill Murray where he's just like, it's like, what are your biggest regrets? He's like, I don't know, Garfield. Oh, man. Kumail Nanjiani will always have the Turtles. But I guess that'll do it for us, man. We got a lot of deaths. We're culling like storylines and getting together. And I think it's all going to end up with V1 in Marathon.
Sorry, before we finish everything up, obviously we're going to get the bomb site next week, or presumably. Do you think there's any chance that Stormfront's still alive? Like, they keep bringing up that there was no body, and they keep referencing her, and they keep showing her picture. There's a part of me that wonders if there's going to be a small cameo where she pops up. She's like, I'm not really dead. And because there's also the possibility that V1, Bombsite stole the V1 to help heal her after she faked her own death. So maybe this is a good Dolken situation where, spoilers for Gen V Season 2, Thomas Godolton all season was basically prepping Marie to get powerful enough to heal him. So I wonder if maybe Bombsite, being an original team member with Liberty, may have stolen the V1 to help heal her with it. So I wonder if we're gonna get that storyline.
I hope she's not alive, man. Like, I don't need more people to like we're episode 4, we're halfway there. Episode 5, actually.
Well, what if it's the reveal that she is Homelander's dad, and that's what leads to the ultimate crash show?
Well, for starters, she'd be the mother, but like,
That's what I meant,
we don't
not
need
dad,
her
mother.
alive for that revelation. Is what I'm saying. Like, she doesn't need to be like, like burnt ass titties. Like, I'm mommy. Like, we don't need that. We can.
No, but it could be a setup for Homelander versus Soldier Boy, because now she has to choose one of the two. And what if she chooses
So
Soldier
we just
Boy?
end with Oedipus complex.
A little bit. Why not? And that's what leads to the ultimate showdown.
You've taken wilder shots, man. Let's just put it that way. So like it's not. And if there's any show where there's no laws, it's 100% this one.
This one.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll see.
That'll do it for us, folks. Personally, I'm still on board. This is still like a strong season. Kripke keeps saying he doesn't want to get Game of Thrones, and he worries that retroactively hate the rest of the show if they don't be satisfied with the finale. I don't get any of that from this last season. There are some slow parts. There are some things I don't like. I've also not been online yet today to see people complain. People are still bitching about Invincible's animation, which is insane to me. So like, if there's one thing people can do in the comic community, is complain. But I, for one, am having a great fucking time and ready for the end. I know you are too. When Alfredo gets back from Korea, if he gets back. No, I'm just kidding. He'll be back. Well, I'm sure he's excited as well. That'll do it. My name's Jagger Main. Love you guys. That's Matt Kopfhamer, and we'll see you next time.